This image that we have been seeing float around the internet, including on the videos of some major YouTubers regarding Anthem's microtransactions, has been officially debunked by BioWare. I will get to the official statements from Hudson and other members of the Anthem team specifically, and I will talk about what I mean by debunked, but first let's get a little bit of background about what exactly this news/controversy is. Hello and welcome to the Exalted March. Today we're talking about Anthem and specifically microtransactions and specifically this image which was leaked and it came out on Reddit, it came out on the Anthem subreddit, basically showing the store page for the Anthem game with some prices, and if you do the math on the shards or coins, etc., it basically amounts to being about $20 real world US dollars for one of these skins, one of the cosmetic armor packs, right? 2,000 shards is basically going to equal about $20. And you have basically seen over the last couple of days, the image was leaked about a week ago, but I've really noticed over the past couple of days, YouTubers, big YouTubers, including people that I really like and respect and follow and have followed for a long time, started making videos that are pretty reactionary in general, that are not necessarily focusing on the fact that there has already been official clarification from BioWare. So I wanted to just bring that piece of it. So first and foremost, actually, I'll start here. I'll start on the actual Reddit thread itself. So the actual Reddit thread itself had a response from Schmidt, who's a senior systems designer with BioWare working on Anthem. And he says, quote, "One thing to keep in mind is these do not represent final stamped for all of eternity pricing. We are iterating on our economy design and balance almost daily. So you're seeing a snapshot of one iteration. This is why we tend to not discuss things like pricing, because it's one of those iterative things that's sure to change frequently right up until the day you play the game." Okay, you could take that as potentially just being boilerplate rhetoric to sort of cushion against the response, the controversy of people's reaction. But also, on some level, that is going to be technically true. It's not a final game. Pricing for microtransactions is something that is always in flux because most games that push microtransactions also rely heavily on sales to sort of play around with what the actual average price ends up being. But, again, he made this response in the thread on the day that it was posted. So that was the initial response. And now Hudson has also responded today, responding to someone who was reaching out to him on Twitter saying, "Hey, could you please address this?" And Hudson came through and I thought addressed it with a couple of different points that I think are really valuable. So number one, Hudson says, "We've always said that Anthem was going to have microtransactions that are A, optional, B, cosmetic only, which means not paying for power, and then also ones that you can still earn through playing." And number two, Hudson talks about the fact that the items that are priced in that image are outdated. And then three, he reminds everyone that the story DLC that they're going to be releasing, as they've said so far, is going to be at no extra cost. It's going to be free story DLC that they develop incrementally for Anthem. So I know that there have been people who have addressed this in a more measured or reasonable way, but I am starting to see the search results and the recommended results. I don't know why YouTube recommends these things to me, because it's the stupidest thing. It's the opposite of what I try to do, right? Trying not to be overly reactionary and just taking a more balanced and measured approach. But that doesn't matter because you look at the thumbnails, and again, these are some people that I actually like, but still, these prices are a joke, or this is gonna kill BioWare, and all these epic fail and these other things that people like to throw up in the thumbnails. I know, again, sometimes the videos are actually more reasonable than the thumbnails, but nonetheless, stuff like this. Do I think you should be critical of a game? Do I think that you should scrutinize the product in every way that is logical and reasonable? Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you should apologize for BioWare one bit. And by the way, I do think that a little bit of pressure at this stage of the game is a good thing. It sends a message to EA and says, don't try and pull something like this, right? Don't try and charge exorbitant prices for microtransactions. From that perspective, I think that it's good. However, a lot of people don't go back and try and gather facts later on, right? The game hasn't come out yet. We got through the VIP demo. We've got the open demo that's going to be out probably on the day that I upload this or tomorrow. And, most people watch a couple of videos or a half a video on something like this and they go, "Oh, EA microtransactions, this game's going to suck." And they're not really going to follow up on this closely and reinvestigate and spend their own time as gamers to go back and check and see, hey, did that microtransaction, was that leak really confirmed? Did that really come to pass that way? Or do I need to dig and find a little bit more information? So I just think it's important, and we should take the responsibility. I'm a small YouTuber. People aren't going to see my content in any amount of number the way that they're seeing some of these other YouTubers' content. But still, nonetheless, I feel it's important that if we're going to address this, yeah, absolutely. Criticize the fact that we don't want $20 skins in Anthem. Absolutely criticize that. But also have some measure and some balance to what you're saying. It's a leak. It's not the final game yet. Let's be careful about not stirring up negativity that isn't 100% grounded in factual. By all means, when we have something that's 100% concrete, let's criticize it. Absolutely. But let's wait until we have that. Let's wait until the game comes out. Oh, by the way, this is not what this video is about, but I just want to throw this out there because I have not had time this week to make a video specifically about this. Denuvo, the overly restrictive DRM, yeah, that's confirmed in Anthem, and it was confirmed to have caused crashes in the VIP demo. Again, I wish I would have more time to dig into this more thoroughly so I could make a video completely dedicated to that. But if you want to be outraged about something, be outraged about overly intrusive DRM crashing your game. Tweet EA about that. Make a stir about Reddit on that, if we're going to make a stir about anything. Alright folks, I wanted to make this video really quickly to address this topic. I'm going to be playing more Anthem over the weekend, probably doing some live stream over on Codex Added with Katie/Gilderthallen. I hope to see all of you there. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and this has been The Exalted March.